Hi everyone, it's Andrea. Welcome back to my channel, Andrea's Attic. This is an adult channel. Content is made for adults, not children. We talk about adult themes on here. It's a hobbies channel, and my hobbies, I have lots of hobbies, but the main ones that we focus on this one are reading, photography, and predominantly adult colouring and diamond painting. This is the long awaited and much requested my complete colouring book collection video. I've advised this is going to be filmed in parts, although it probably will one video just because of where I keep the books. I can't get to the books all the time because they're in the bedroom, and I mostly film at night when Paul's in bed. So these are the books that are in the living room, and they're in the living room because these are the ones I've got whips in, or I'm actually currently working in. None of these books have been bought this year, so this is all stuff that I've bought up to the end of December 2019. So the first one I've got is Joanna Basford's The World of Flowers. We started doing this one as a colouring chat. I'm not going to show you all the whips. I might do a separate whip book, but I just haven't got around to finishing it yet. But so I've got Joanna Basford's World of Flowers. Another Joanna Basford book number 2 is Enchanted Forest. Again, I've got a whip in here that's been hanging around for a while that I started doing with ink tents. I haven't finished it, but I will. Then I have a Colour Your Own graphic novel, Dracula. This is a book I'm colouring in order from front to back because it obviously tells the story of Dracula in comic book form. I've only done a couple of pages, and I've got one page that I've been doing for ages and haven't finished it, so I must. First of the Jade Summer books I've got is Everyday Horror. You'll be seeing a lot more of these Jade Summer books as we go through the collection. Mostly I've coloured in them, but there are a couple I haven't. So I did start one in here over on Halloween and didn't like the way it was going, so I stopped. But I will finish it off this year, hopefully. The next one I've got, another one with a whip in, is Fairy Garden Spring, colouring book by Deanne Black. I mean, these are very sweet, but the pages are very thin. It's perfect for gel pen, which is what I was using in it. I can't even remember what gel pens I was using in it. As you can see, it's very bright. But I guess it doesn't really matter because it's not particularly, you know. Another one I've got is the Butterflies colouring book. This is one of the very first colouring books I've got, actually. This was sent to me by Carlton Books. They sent me 2. They sent me this one. And I have done a couple in here, but as you can see, there's some paper sticking here where I haven't finished it. But they were all just really big, patterny butterfly things. You will be seeing this one in the completed colouring pages because there are some completes in this one. And some incompletes. Then the second one Carlton Books sent me was the Fairyland colouring book. They're published, these books are published by several different companies in the UK. They're by Carlton Books. It's actually, the cover image is copyright of Dover Publications, so it might be an imprint of Dover, but they're very thick patterns, very thick line art, but nice just sitting around and having a good colour. Another one I'm still working in is Romantic Country, the second tale. I'm doing Henry's books and I haven't finished it yet, but I do love these. I love the paper, they're good for watercolour. I've used my ink tents in the first book. And I'm using gel pens on Henry's books at the moment. I am trying to finish it, it's just I got so much on the go, you know what it's like sometimes when you're trying to do so much. It's like with my diamond painting, I'm trying to finish it now. I've nearly finished it, so. Then I've got one of the Colour in Heaven specials. This is the Alice special. As you know, we've been working in this one, reviewing the W.H. Smith's pencils. That review will be coming soon. I've just got to find the time to finish the picture and then do the her falling through the rabbit hole background, which I wanted to do on camera, but it's getting there. One I've been working in this month, so you'll be seeing pictures from this at the end of the month, at the end of January, is 100 Beautiful Mandalas by Camelia Angelkova. I've got a few of her books. This is one I just sit and do when Jennifer's playing and she doesn't want my attention, and then as soon as she wants me I can just stop and put it to one side. I'm using gel pens in this, it's perfect for gel pen. I've already finished one in here and I am doing another one. I only have 3 more to go in this stack and then we're done. Next is Lost Ocean. I've got this one down here because I wanted to use my fine liners in it. I still haven't really used my fine liners. So I was going to do some online on camera to tell you what I thought about them. They were a cheap budget brand, 100 fine liners for $15.99. I just haven't got around to it, and it'll be something like this that we do, so there's something really detailed. So that'll be done after I finish the W.H. Smith's one. The next one, well, the next two are both Hannah Lynn books. We've got Mythical Maidens and Curious Creatures colouring book. This one's down here because I want to do something in it for Whimsical 2020, which is John's year-long celebration of everything Hannah Lynn. I love that one. So that's why this one's down here. It's ready to be worked in. And of course, Whimsy Girls at Work. We've been working in this one on a colouring chat, which you will have seen by the time this goes out. I'll probably have finished it and moved on to something completely different. But yeah. So these are all the books that I'm currently working in that have got whips, or that I want to be working in fairly soon for one reason or another. Now we're just going to move on to the next stack of books, which is books I haven't coloured in, and we'll start with the Colour in Heaven stack. Okay, so on to the next stack, which is Colour in Heaven. I did miss one that I found while I was getting this start that I have coloured in, and that is Dark Fantasy. I have coloured in this one, but you won't be seeing that to the end of January, or you might have seen that if this is February and I still haven't got this one up. So this is a really good one. There's some lovely pictures in this one. They're all by Enes Guerrero. Absolutely stunning. Oh, don't want to show you that one. That's the one I've done. Some line art, some grayscale. Really good dark fantasy. I like that one actually. That was one I nearly did. That's a really cool one. I want to do some more in this book, definitely. It's a really good book. Now we're on to ones I have not coloured in. So we're going to do all the books I haven't coloured in at all. Now all of these are Colour in Heavens, this next stack. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 I've got that I haven't actually coloured in. And the battery's gone. Typical. Okay, so these are all the Colour in Heaven ones I haven't coloured in as yet, but hope to. So the first one is Dogs 2018. So this is when they were doing like one quarterly special. They are now doing specials every month. Yeah, I haven't coloured in this because, well, you know, they're too nice and I'm afraid of ruining them. I guess it doesn't matter. I quite like this one actually. Not that one. I like the bubbles though. That's quite cute. I might have to do the Cairn Terrier puppy because Toto in the Wizard of Oz film was played by a Cairn Terrier called Terry. So we could do that, and then, you know, yeah. So that's Dogs. So they're now doing their specials. I say that, they're specials, like they had the extra Christmas one and the extra Halloween one. They're doing one every month. There's just not enough hours in the day to colour that amount of stuff and all the other books. So the next one is the Christmas special from 2018. I did start one in here, but I haven't finished it, and I just haven't done anything else in it. And I don't know why. I think it's because the one I was doing was a Ruth Sanderson one, and the rest of them I just didn't do for some reason, even though they're quite nice. And some of them are Selena Fenech, and I've got her magic book anyway, so. But of course, Christmas in July, and hopefully we'll get one done in it then. Then we've got issue 30, which is Woodland Fantasy Special. So this is like fairies and woodland fairies, and that's cute. I was buying them and just not doing them. I was just storing them, and I don't know why, because they're really, oh, that is so detailed. Can you see that? Oh my god. Maybe that's why. Adele Lorien, I think it's a little bit too busy for me, although the cover one, this one's quite nice, this lady, this fairy here. Colour in Heaven Mermaids Special, which was issue 31. These are again all Selena Fenech. Now I've got one of her mermaids book, but I haven't got the other one. So maybe, well, that's a nice one. I will colour them, because I can now do them in pens and marker pens and in pencils, so we could do multiple versions. We've got issue 32 Mystical Beauties, which is Zan von Zed, and there's 5 bonus digital grayscales. I never bothered downloading them if they were ones you had to download. I probably never even noticed. Actually, these are quite good. Quite like these. Yeah. So I'm going to try and colour in one of these books every month and the new books. So at the moment I've done one in Dark Fantasy and I'm doing one in Alice. And then when the new one comes, which I think will be this week, towards the end of this week, fingers crossed, I will be doing that, and I know who it is and I'm very excited. I've got a nice cup of tea here as well. And then the next one is issue 33, and it's The Secret World of Animals. Musical Times from Kanuku Iguchi, including 10 exclusive new designs. So obviously she had a book out, or he had a book out, and there are 10 exclusive designs. And it usually tells you which ones the exclusive ones are, but as I don't have a book, it doesn't really matter. It is a lady. It is a woman. Sounds nice. Oh, so she's the one who did Rhapsody in the Forest and Menuet de Bonheur. Ah, beautiful. Love that. So there's some nice Easter pictures in there with Easter coming up. I've only got one Easter book. Then we've got Fairy Tale Specials, which is Hannah Lynn. So as we're doing Hannah Lynn with John, the Bibliophile colorist for Whimsical 2020, we'll keep this one out. And there's one exclusive new design. Now I don't have all of Hannah Lynn's books, so I do have the fairy tale book, but like some of these aren't from the fairy tale book. That's a good one. That's like the Queen of Hearts, Alice in Wonderland, yeah. So they're from various books, not just the fairy tales one, because she's had other ones. Them in, obviously some of them are. I get to do the Wizard of Oz one twice. That's awesome. I might have to do that one. So we're going to put this to one side because we need it for the Hannah Lynn A Whimsical 2020. So we'll just pop it up there. I think there's another one they might have her in. The next one is Fairies and Friends Specials. You used to get mine in Tesco normally. Not anymore. Meredith Dillman. Again, I don't know why I haven't. Yeah, it's quite big. It's quite detailed, but I'll use my pencils in here, and it'll be fine. Oh, these are really cute. Half of these I've never even looked at. Do you know that? I'm terrible for buying books and not even looking at them. So that's that Fairies. That was issue 38. So like I said, I am going to colour in every single one of these this year. Gothic Fairies Special. So this is my Cudgelina. So cool. I'm definitely going to do some of these with some markers this year. I love that one. So you got this. This is really grayscale. How am I supposed to colour anything on that? Because there's like hardly any space to colour. But I do quite like those. So, oh, I can't wait to get stuck into that one. Steampunk Special, which again is Hannah Lynn. So we'll put this with our Hannah Lynn fairy tale. That's with our Hannah Lynn pile for Whimsical 2020. This one's got 15 exclusive new designs. So you've got the steampunk book. I haven't actually got that yet. I will be getting it. I'm going to collect all the Hannah Lynns this year. My aim for this year is to get all the Hannah Lynns, all the Selena Finneck, all the Hannah Carlsons, and all the Maria Trulli. So that's it. And I know Hannah Carlson's got a new one coming out soon as well. So we'll put this to one side for the Whimsical 2020. So that one's an exclusive. That one's an exclusive. And what we'll do is we'll probably just do one of the exclusives. And oh, I like that one. If we're in the submarine. That's so cute. And we'll definitely do one of those because I haven't got the book, the proper book yet. I will get it though. Oh, let's put that on the Hannah Lynn pile. Next we have issue 49, Woodland Fairies. As you can see, there are some gaps where I've not bothered because I thought, oh, I'm not really into that, like dinosaurs or aliens or the Dark Crystal. So I know, yes, I am going to get everything that I wouldn't normally buy as well, but then that'll make me push me out of my comfort zone and make me do something a bit different. So this is Christine Karen, including 10 exclusive new designs. So I don't know what book she put out. Let's have a look. Doesn't say, but she's obviously got some books out. But oh, that's brilliant. Like that. That's gorgeous. And there's some grayscale as well, which is really nice. The flower fairies are really cute. So So you got a mixture of grayscale and line art, which is pretty cool. A bit of everything. I'm not really into grayscale. I've never really been able to do it, but I have ordered a grayscale book, so we'll do that. World of Princesses Special, which is issue 52. This is Fabiana Tre. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but it's pretty. So here we go. We've got all the princesses. So 17th century, Aztec princess, Berber princess. Oh, the Japanese one is beautiful. Magical princess, Maasai princess, medieval princess. Wow, they are absolutely stunning. Put that there. And the last Colour in Heaven one I've got is the Sorcerers and Sorceresses Special. You've seen the rest of the ones that I've been working in this month. As you can see, Jennifer's been colouring this one in. I don't mind her colouring the covers. It's fine if she scribbles on the covers. She loves scribbling with her pens. Do you know what that reminds me of? I just opened that and I thought, oh my god, it's Luke Skywalker in the last couple of films. Sorry, it just did. These are pretty gorgeous pictures, aren't they? Oh, a Medusa type one. Yeah. Wow. So there's that one. So that's all of the Colour in Heaven. Like I said, I'm going to make sure I colour in every single one of those this year. So obviously I've got the 2 Hannah Lynn and the Christmas ones set aside. And then we'll see, because obviously we're doing the Hannah Lynn whimsical 2020. So next book which I've got ready is the Christmas ones I haven't coloured in, but I've put them separate ready for Christmas in July, so I can hopefully do something like that. So you will have recently seen those, but we've got Escape to Christmas Past by Good Wives and Warriors. The only one of their books I haven't got is the Alice in Wonderland one, and I might just have to get it to complete the collection. It's a shame they haven't done any more. So there's that one, and like I said, we will try and do something in these at Christmas in July, and if not, they'll be prioritised for next Christmas. Then we've got a Vintage Christmas, which is Relax with Art Holiday Special. Relax with Art is another British magazine like Colour in Heaven, but their lines are so faint and they are quite detailed, so that's quite a vintage looking one. Well, that's what it says, it's a Vintage Christmas. Nice Santa. So again, we'll put this to one side and hopefully do something in July, for Christmas in July. I might only colour in 4 of them, and I've got 7 books. Just do 1 Christmas picture a week, so I don't want to be overwhelmed with Christmas in July. Then we've got Christmas Volume 3 by Jade Summer. Again, it's got some lovely patterns and pictures. Christmas trees. That's quite a nice one. They always put out quite a lot of Christmas books. I think they put out about 5 or 6 this year. And 3 of the books I haven't coloured in are the Jade Summer ones. Bells, I like the bells. So it's that one. And then Wonderful Christmas. Jade Summer, again, I haven't counted this. I counted them up, I think it was like 30 Jade Summer books or something like that. I don't know, I'd have to recount them. If you want to count how many books I've got, feel free. Church is cute. I'm not religious, but I do like the church. I like churches. Jade Summer again, cute Christmas. Never got to do anything in this one. I do want to do some in this one. This one I'm definitely colouring in. I might even do that one. Get the markers out. Even if it's just a mixture of alcohol markers and Crayola Super Tips, just something to do in it. Santa is, I like that one. Santa and his elf, that one's so cute. So there's that one. And then there's the one I've been putting off, which is Grayscale, which is the Ruth Anderson one. I just love the art in this. I'm just terrified of doing it because it's so beautiful. They're almost like photographs. I actually really like looking at it in grey. I think it looks absolutely stunning. So this might be one I never colour in, but I will keep it because I just love the art. I can always do the grayscale versions of it in the Colour in Heaven one and practice, and then if I feel, oh yeah, I can do that now. It's too detailed to use alcohol markers in. It would have to be pencils, and I know they say you pick 2 or 3 colours and you put the dark colour on the dark section and the lighter colours on the lighter section, but I don't know. It just seems like too much hard work. See, I like this. I'm never going to make that look as good as it is there. Although if it is in the Colour in Heaven one, I might do it just to try it. I am getting braver. So that's all of those stacks. So I'll be back in a minute with another stack of books. Okay, so we're on to the next stack of books. So we're going through ones I haven't coloured in yet. First one is this little one, Marrow colouring book by Lily Atkinson. I've got 2 copies of this. As you can see, there's something on the back, doesn't matter. Different covers on it, but the same pictures inside. So some of them, like this one, doesn't really look like Marilyn at all. That one is Marilyn. Some drawn, some photo based, some not based on her at all, but somebody who dresses one of her lookalikes. It's kind of cute. So I've got one now that I can keep in my Marilyn collection, and I've got one that I can actually colour in, so I'm really pleased with that. These ones came from Lidl's. In fact, this one, I've got 3 of them. 2 of them I've coloured in, and this one I haven't yet. This is Colour In and Relax by Relax Art, and it's Magic Ocean. Paul's mum bought me 2 for Easter last year, or it might even been the year before, and I haven't coloured in one of them yet. They're very small pictures, but they are really nice books, and they were like $3.99 or something like that, maybe even less, from the Lidl's. I think that's where I got mine from, because I got one as well and she gave me 2 of the others. I've got Nice Little Town, which I haven't coloured in yet. I think it's lovely, by Tanya Bogama Stolova. I do like these images. I've got the nice little Christmas one, nice from Colour in Heaven, but I haven't coloured in it yet. I will do when I get round to it. Like I said, I'm trying to colour in every single book I've got, so I am trying to do that. Next one, I've got one of Rita Berman's book, which is My Summer Spaziergang, which I believe is My Summer Walk or something. But again, I haven't coloured in it. I do want the others. She's got 3 of the seasons, and then 3 under the magnifying, got the 4 seasons, and then the seasons under the magnifying glass as well. So again, these are really nice pictures. These are really cute. But again, it's just one I haven't got around to colouring in. It's quite small, so it's one I could take with me to, say, the doctor's surgery or on holiday. It won't take up much space. Next one is Zodiac Pentagram by Luke Lloyd. I think it's one of the first books I ever bought. I just got them all in here, and I've still not done it. I was going to start like a Book of Shadows and use these in them as nameplates and things. I just haven't got around to doing them. But it is fun. It is a lovely book. It tells you all about the different things, and the Celtic cross start pentagrams, which is really nice. I showed this one on my channel when I got it a couple of years ago. Lost in London by Sylvia Moritz and Rowan Otterson. A colouring in tour across England's capital. I'm going to do this with all sort of wild colours because they're wild scapes, and I'm thinking I'm going to do Camden first. There's a lot of, as you can see, different buildings, so it's like, how am I going to do this? But I think I'll do the Camden one first, maybe. But I really, really do like the pictures in it. I think it's really stylised and really nice. I got Colour Therapy Anti-Stress Adult Colouring Book Enchanted Fairies. This was $1.99 in the British Heart Foundation charity shop. So I don't know if it says who this one is by. Let me just have a quick look. No, it doesn't. But it's quite thick paper. It's not brilliantly thick, but it's not so thin, you know. You could use markers, it's single-sided, so obviously put paper in between because, oh, that's cute. You know, I don't even think I've really looked through this book properly, so if you want to colour a flip through of any of these books, just let me know. Got a Betty Boop colouring book for girls, like so. This is mostly clip art off the internet. There's some really good pictures and some line art, some grayscale. Some of them are quite fuzzy. You can't really see that is really fuzzy, but it is quite fuzzy close up. But they're cute. This says published by Colouring Book, copyright 2018, but you know, that one's nice. And I will do them eventually. It's like everything, I got so many of them and I'm still buying books. Next one is Remember When? Nostalgic Screams to Colour from Yesterday Hollywood Screen Siren. I can't even speak! Hollywood Screen Stars. You know what I mean? So we've got Gregory Peck on the other page, and then we got Groucho Marx, Humphrey Bogart. Some of them I don't need to look. I'm not sure who that is. Ingrid Bergman. Her teeth look horrendous. Who's that? Some of them aren't particularly obvious. That is Janet Leigh, apparently. And this one is Rita Moreno. Apparently that's supposed to be Jean Harlow. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are really good. So let's have a look at the Marilyn Monroe one. That's not too bad. That's based on an image from the film Niagara. That is Remember When? Hollywood Screen Stars. Then we got Storybook Darlings by Kelly Horton. I bought this because I wanted the Wizard of Oz one. Because I love Wizard of Oz. But I actually like all the others as well. They're all really cute. And I'm going to have to do one of these soon. So maybe we'll do one of these as a colouring chat. If you'd like that, just let me know down below. Something from my childhood now. Enid Blyton, the famous 5 colouring book. So there we go. There's the... And basically all the... You've got these sort of like wallpapers as well, which is a shame, but... Each one of the images is a cover from one of the books. So like this one is 5 on a hike together. And then there's one of those. And then this one is 5 Have a Wonderful Time. So they're all covers from the books for you to colour in how you want to. So that's pretty cool. We're on to the Jade Summer ones that I've bought but haven't used. They are Fantasy Colour Art Nouveau. I haven't coloured in this one yet. I've seen some of the work people have done on it and oh my god, some of the pictures are stunning. Look at that. That one's one of the ones I've seen done. It's so cute. And I'm thinking markers and gel pens again, glitter pens. It's just, this one is beautiful. So, that one. Then I've got Light Fantasy, which I haven't done yet. I haven't got Dark Fantasy. I will be getting that at some point. Again, I think the pictures in this one are pretty nice. I'm not one for the cutesy pictures. I don't mind the cutesy pictures like Chibi Girls and Kawaii Girls. I don't mind them at all, but I prefer people to look fairly real. Yeah, but yeah, these are cute. These are really nice. So that's Light Fantasy. Then we got Jade Summer Masks. So Jade Summer Masks. Let me just push this up again a bit because it's gone a bit down for some reason. There we are, that's better. I saw this one on somebody else's channel, I can't remember whose. And I thought, yes, I need that in my life. Being quite a theatrical person, masks are really cool. I do like masks, so I thought, yes, I need that in my life, definitely. I'm sure I'll colour in it at some point. I'll look through them and I'll decide on one. And then the next one is Beautiful Dresses. I do like colouring these lovely ladies in. Doesn't that one look like Princess Diana? In fact, I think that's based on Diana. Looking at it, I think that one's based on Princess Diana myself. There you go. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Ooh, that's quite a nice one. So I will be colouring in this one fairly soon, I think. I like that one. And yeah, the last Jade Summer book for the time being, although you're going to see a lot more when we get to ones we've actually coloured in, is Ancient Egypt. And I think one of the reasons I haven't coloured in this is I'm thinking I'm going to use up so much yellow. I will be doing that one at some point. But I love anything to do with Ancient Egypt. Anybody who knows me knows that I collect books on Egypt. I've never been there. I would love to go, but I do collect books on Egypt and I read a lot about Egypt. So I love it. So yeah, look at that, stunning. So there's that one. Now I only have two, and they're both here, of the Fabiana Antonomasia fairy tale books, and that's just because some of the fairy tales, they're not available, they're very hard to get hold of. I'm not a big fan of Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan. I like the stories, but I'm not bothered about getting the books. The only other book I think I would want is Cinderella, but and maybe Hansel and Gretel. And I'm quite happy to get the foreign ones if I have to. The foreign language ones doesn't bother me. I want them for the colouring pages. So, but I did get Snow White. I have taken the posters out. So, oh look, the dwarves, so cute. I just haven't done anything in it yet. And of course, I have The Wizard of Oz, because I'm not going to not have The Wizard of Oz, am I? Let's be honest. This is me. Wizard of Oz is one of my favourite movies, because Judy Garland's one of my favourite people. I think this one's actually based on the real book rather than the film. I'm just going to have a look. Yeah, so it says 2 feet in shiny silver slippers. So in the original book, the slippers were silver, and MGM, when they made the movie, although those are actually based on the MGM slippers, made them red because they would show up better on the Technicolor film. Basically, that's why they did it. We've got The Art of Colouring Botanical. This is a set of 3 books I bought just before Christmas. It's got a price of $5 on it. They were like 3 for $3.99 or $5.99 or something. They were really cheap. But they are very just simple ones. They are single-sided, which is good. So you could use markers in, fine liners and all that good stuff in here. Or any method you choose, it says. Some of them are really complex. Some of them are really simple. But these are just really nice. And the paper's quite nice. It feels like it'd be alright for watercolours as well. So, there you go. Just simple ones. When you want something just simple, sit and colour in front of the TV, don't want too much stress. Get a load of greens, colour all these leaves in. Crayola Super Tips will do. Then we've got The Art of Colouring Birds, which is the next one. A lovely owl. So you got lots of different birds. And again, some of them are simple, some of them are a bit more complicated, some of them are very thin lines, some of them are fat lines. It's just, again, one of those ones you can just sit with markers. It's perforated as well if you're one of those people who likes to take them out. And then the last one in the set was The Art of Colouring Nouveau. So again, these are mostly patterns. Again, I could just see that just being gold and black, or green and black, or gold and green, you know. Get more patterns, very small, get your fine liners in there. Still haven't tested my fine liners, I must do that soon. So there's that one. We're on to the last 2 books in this stack. And it's not been that long, when it has been, because it's in 2 parts because I had to change the battery. This section. Stack. So the next one is one I had for Christmas, which is Jewelry Box by Hannah Carlson. I'm now only missing 2, although I do know she's got a new one coming out soon later in the year. I haven't got Daydreams and I haven't got Spirit Animals, but I have got all the others, so I will be getting those as soon as I can. I might put off getting the Clara Makova book so I can put out these last 2 ones from this series. And again, it is beautiful, classic, Hannah Carlson, double-sided, so no markers in this one, but still you can use watercolours and ink tints, and I guess you could use fine liners and gel pens. I've used gel pens in mine, but not your alcohol markers because it'll bleed through. And the thing is, I think with this book, even if you don't do it in audio, it's one of those books you will colour every single page in. I'm pretty sure I will. The last book in this stack is Celtic Inspired Mandalas, a colouring book for Celtic mandala art and designs for relaxation by Camellia Angelkova. So I bought 4 or 5 of her books in December. This was one of them. I'm currently colouring one. If you see this after I've done my end of the month wrap up, it's because I'm still trying to film it, and I'm filming it in installments when I can. But I love these. I think these are just fantastic. Very quite intricate, but not so difficult that it's not doable. It is very much doable. That's the last one in that stack of books. I'll be back shortly with some more. Right, here's the next stack. Whew, these books get heavy after a while. Again, these ones I still haven't coloured in. So we've got Dreamlings 2 by Edwina McNamee. I love her books. She's got so many out. I'm going to have to order a couple more. I just really like the style of art. It's so cute. Some of it's really simple. Some of it's... I love these little apple houses. I'm so going to have to do these soon, I think. On those Easter eggs in the basket house. Oh. Yeah, there's quite a few in there I definitely want to do. Next we've got a couple of Dover ones. I've got Favourite Ballets colouring book by Brenda Sneathen Mattox. It's lovely. I think these are just beautiful. And it tells you which the ballets are as well underneath the pages, which is really nice. But they are double-sided, so you'd have to do them in pencils. Another one of those I've got is Fashions of the Roaring Twenties. Now this is by Tom Tierney, who's quite famous for doing a set of books of paper dolls of famous movie stars such as Judy Garland and Marilyn Monroe. I have one of his Marilyn. I have the Marilyn one, but I have the reissue, not the original. And this book is just lovely. Now, I don't know if I'd find it, but she looks quite like Marilyn. Have a look at her face. So she looks quite a bit like Marilyn. But I don't know if it's that one or the flapper's so lovely. You could just, the best way of doing these flapper dresses, I guess, would be glitter gel pens would be a good way of doing them, and stickles. But I would say gel pens just because it's cute, double-sided. That's a really cute one. Then we've got Creative Haven. I've got Enchanted Fairies by Barbara Lanza. I like these Creative Haven books. The reason I like these is they're reasonably priced. They're like £3.99 in the UK, and they're single-sided. The paper's quite nice. They're perforated if you like to take the pictures out, so they are perfect. These books are just so reasonably priced, and the quality is absolutely brilliant. So we've got that one. I've got The Wizard of Oz by Marty Noble, because again, I love The Wizard of Oz, as you know. Now, what I like this is they've put Dorothy as being kind of blonde, but they've given her red shoes rather than the silver ones on the pictures. So you could do her as a brunette or as a redhead or as a blonde, however you wanted to really. But I really like that. I haven't coloured in it yet, but I'm dying to. Then I've got Art Deco Egyptian Designs. I don't know who this is by because it's not on the cover, but we'll have a look. It'll be on the inside, I would imagine. So that's, again, as you know, I love anything to do with ancient Egypt, so adapted from designs by Paul Marie, so And obviously a lot of the Art Deco stuff was inspired by Egyptian history and the opening of Tutankhamun's tomb in the 20s. So again, they're just patterns, but they're beautiful. Again, reds, golds, greens, blues, perfect for anything Egyptian. Then I've got Jazz Age Fashions. Again, this is by Ming Yu Sun. This one is a really nice one as well. So again, it's more 1920s stuff. Kind of like the Tom Tierney. That's obviously a 1920s wedding dress. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me put it down so you can actually see it. Absolutely love these drawings. Again, a lot of this on these, they're evening dresses, so there'll be a lot of sparkles. So a nice excuse to break out the glitter gel pens for the details. And then we've got vintage hand fans. Again, this one doesn't say who it's by, but I think they're based on real hand fan patterns. Real ones. So let's just see who, if anybody adapted this. Marty Noble again, the lovely Marty Noble. We love Marty Noble. Most of these are this way around, obviously, because they're fans, so they would be. Quite detailed, which is probably why I haven't coloured in it yet. But stunning. Fabulous fashions of the 1950s, of course. So you've got your teenagers with their leather jackets, and you've got your older people as well with their very nice Dior and Chanel chic. Very cute though. Look at that, that's nice. That's a really nice one. And then the last Creative Haven one here, there are more obviously because I have coloured in some, is Shall We Dance, which is an extreme colouring book. It's insanely intricate is what they call it. And it is, and I bought it because I wanted a dance one, and then I looked at it and I thought, yeah, no, I'm not doing that yet. And as you can see, they are insane. So that's an Irish dancer, so that'd be all greens and golds. So they are stunning, but they are very, very intricate and very insanely detailed. But I do like it, and I probably will have a go in it one day. I will. The next one is by somebody we all know and love, The Buns by Dia Lenihan. This is just so adorable. These pictures, I'm just going to zoom in so you can see a bit closer on some of this, are absolutely so adorable. It's just a little world of little bunnies, and you know, look at all the bunnies on that page. They're parachuting, they're playing. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Now, this is the Amazon version. You can buy it directly from her Etsy shop, and the paper is much better quality, obviously. But I just wanted to see it, so I had to get it. And oh, it's so adorable. I can't wait to colour in this one. I can't wait to colour in all these books. I've got to be honest. I do want to colour in them all. Next one's one we did a flip through of not long ago. Lola's Ladies. 1930s Adult Fashions colouring book. Lola Meyer. Lolita Meyer Hewish. And it's a collaboration between her daughters, Vicky and Mary. So Mary Webber is the daughter, I believe. So you've got the original Lola Meyer, and I think the backgrounds are modern version. They're modern renditions of what it would have been like. So I think these pictures are just stunning, and the fashions are beautiful. We have a Wonder Woman colouring book next, so this one. There are quite a lot of Wonder Woman colouring books out there, and I did get this one. Sergei Tomilchev, Puzzle Magazine. I probably will get some more because I love Wonder Woman. So you got some really simple line art ones which are really cool, like this. And there are some, you know, they're just some very simple pictures, and there's some more in-depth ones as well. But I like the fact that they're just simple line art. There's not too much to them. It's just a bit of fun for colouring. a bit of Wonder Woman. So that one. And then I've got Hidden Spirits of the Enchanted Forest, illustrated by Forest Diver. Again, these are very in-depth, very detailed, but very beautiful images. Some very thin Create Space paper, unfortunately. But it'll be alright for pencils. Possibly even some fine liners or something like Crayola Super Tips or some fine markers. Some of it's very, very small, so you'd need fine liners if you're using markers, but I think they're just beautiful. Even if you don't colour in, sometimes just looking at the pictures is enough. They're beautiful. Selena Fenech. Now I have a few unused Selena Fenech books. I've also got a lot of ones that I have coloured in, and there's still a lot I haven't got. The first one is Ponds and Flowers, which is a departure from her normal work, which is Beautiful Water Gardens. So it's a lot different from what she normally does, which is her fantasy art, but I believe I did a flip through of this a while back, so you can just go and check it out. I promise I will sort out the playlist at some point. I like these little lily pads and the lilies. I will do them at some point. That's beautiful. That's the cover one. Just really nice line art pictures of pond life. Then of course we've got the Fairy Tale Princesses and Fables, a colouring book with Snow White on the cover. I like this one. Again, I haven't started in this one. I will have to do one soon. Puss in Boots, Princess and the Pea, the Frog Prince, the Snow Queen, Thumbelina, Little Mermaid, Cinderella, and so on. Absolutely stunning. I love Selena Fenech. We've also got one of her Fedorable books, Sweet and Simple. Again, this is going to just be one. Maybe I want to do a colour chat at the end of a month, and I don't want something that's going to take 3 or 4 shoots to do. We can just do it maybe in one go, because they are really simple. I think they're cute. I'll leave a unicorn with a princess and a rainbow. How could you not like that? You know, acrylic background, sky. That'd be nice. These are adorable, and again, something you can just do quite quickly. We could do it probably in one go, so we'll be using that. Next one we've got is a fashionable 50s book. I saw this on somebody's channel, can't remember who it was, but thank you for showing it. I love anything to do with the 50s. Doesn't she look a little bit like Marilyn? Mind you, so does she a little bit. They've all got that sort of Marilyn look. Yeah, Marilyn didn't like these big wide skirts like this. I think they're lovely. I love them. Look at that. Beautiful. I love them. I think we might have done a flip through this one as well. I'm not sure. We might have. I'll have to colour in this one soon. It's really beautiful. By Lightburst Media. I love that. I do like the books that are like decades and show you the different years. 2 more left in this stack, and then I'll take them upstairs and get some more. Next one is Botanicum by Maria Trolle. This is the, I don't know what version it is, but it's not the English version, I know that. It's beautiful though. Absolutely gorgeous, like all of her books. I'm going to have to do that. The little washing line, it's so adorable. Yeah, I do like these. Again, she's one of those artists. The books are such good quality, and the hardback books are so nice. They really are beautiful. Again, Paul bought me that for Christmas. And this one, I bought myself. He bought me the other one I've got. And this one's Nightfall. Although there's only one I haven't got now, which is Flora and Fauna, or Flora. As you can see, the English version is a lot thinner. Or it is a little bit thinner. And it feels thinner. And I think it's just that the paper's better quality in that version. But it's still a nice quality paper. Oh, that is so adorable. And that's the thing, her work is so cute that, oh, I love it. I can't wait to do some in this one as well. But I've said that pretty much about every book so far, so that is that stack. We got one more stack of books I haven't coloured in, then we're on to the stuff we have coloured in. Hooray! So we're getting there slowly, guys. Okay, so on to the next stack. This is the last stack of books I haven't coloured in yet. And then we'll be moving on to the books I have got completed pages in. So let's crack on. I'm just getting them here. So the first one I've got is a book called Enchanting Nature. This was from Lidl's again, I think. It's by Igloo Books. The pictures are really simple, as you can see, and they're very thin. So I'm thinking I might just give this one to Jennifer to colour in. Although I might do that pattern myself because it's quite a nice one to do with like Crayola Super Tips. Nice simple one. So yeah, I might do some of the felt pens in that one. Then I've only got one Bennett Klein book, and that's the original Colour My Sketchbook. Again, it's one of those guys, I love the work, but I'm afraid of doing it. Though I do want Bloom, because they're just so beautiful. That's not too daunting, I don't think. But they're just so nice. I'm afraid to colour them. And yeah, the paper's not that brilliant, but again, just pop a piece of paper behind it if you're using anything other than pencils. Relax with Art. This is their sort of autumn and Halloween issue. So these ones have really, really faint line art, as you can see. You can barely see it, but there are some really nice pictures in there. Like this one of the fireworks display. I do want to do that one. And then I've got another Relax with Art holiday special, which is Animal Magic. This was one of the first books I bought, and I still haven't done anything in it. Again, I think it's because I find their lines so faint, and I might just do that one in different greens and blues. And Daunting, really. The cat's not too bad. Yeah, they're lovely pictures, but I find them quite daunting. I've got the adult colouring book Bristol by Rolf McEwen. Now, this isn't a very, very good book, to be honest. So yeah, it's single-sided, but the pictures are very teeny tiny, almost sketches. I mean, like, really, how can you colour that? So it's nice to have just for the images of various areas of Bristol, because I was born in Bristol, so it's the cathedral cloisters. Again, it's a nice picture. I'm not sure I want to colour in it. This one I got recently that everybody's got, and that's Fairy Tales by Emily Liederhall Oberg. I just haven't got around to doing anything in it yet. I think it's lovely, and that's why I bought it. I'm just like slow on picking things up, but that's nice. I will colour in it. This one I definitely will at some point. These are just such nice pictures. That one, I like that one. I know it's a Christmassy one, but I might pull that out at Christmas next year and do it. And then we got Zoe de la Casse's Secret New York Colouring for Mindfulness. So yeah, I mean, again, it's just one of buildings really of New York, and then you've got some filler pages, you know, what they call wallpapers. So some of them are like a bit, you know, but I quite like that with the neon light. The Central Park, Lower Loop, and yeah, this one's the sort of thing I'm going to like because it's a Broadway one and I'm into my musicals. So in fact I was listening to The Magic of the Musicals Internet Radio earlier, which is a British one. I will be listening to Broadway radio as well. Love anything to do with musicals. William Shakespeare, an adult colouring book by Odessa Begay. Now this one I did see on Grace's channel. That's Grace Fonseca's channel. Yeah, I love anything to do with Shakespeare, to be honest. It's the whole theatrics in me. Again, you've got your filler pages or your wallpaper pages, and then you've got some really good images as well, so it's quite a nice one. Another Johanna Basford book, Magical Jungle. I've got all the books apart from How to Draw and Inky Wonderland, and that's just simply because I'm not into drawing. I'm not an artist. I'm I like colouring, but I don't want to draw things, so where it says fill it in with this, I won't, I just colour them in. Yes, it's that one. I've got a few Kirby Rosanna's books, so I've got Anamorphia. Haven't coloured in it yet, as you can tell. Again, these are quite daunting. I just find them quite, yeah, they're quite intimidating. Again, they've got to fill these with details. I'm not going to do that. I just don't do the drawing part of it, but I will colour in these. But I mean, look at all those doodles. I mean, it's so, really? But I will do it at some point. I hope so, because I've got 3 of the 5 books you've put out, the Morphia range. Magimorphia. Now I got one I bought for about £8 on Amazon, and the other 2 I got for a £5 in the Works, which is a British bookshop and craft supply shop. Really sell cheap. I quite like that one. The balloons is quite nice. This one I don't think is quite as daunting. Some of it is, but not. So there's some. I love the fox, but oh my god, yeah, the horse. So yeah, I mean, this one I don't think is quite as bad. I mean, that looks very busy, but I don't think it is as daunting as say that one. That's just whoa. So, and of course we've got Mythomorphia. This is the one I think I got from Amazon, to be honest. There we go. So again, I do want to colour in this. Again, it's so, that's brilliant. So, I mean, it's like a green man. I recently did a green man one in one of the Colour in Heaven books. So that I don't find particularly daunting. I don't really want to colour one right this minute again. I'll leave it a little while. Phoenix, that's quite nice. Egypt, so I'm likely to try and do that at some point because I am into everything Egypt. The next one is Doctor Who Travels in Time. As you know, I have the other book, official one. I do love Doctor Who. I am a big fan of Doctor Who, and I have been since the late 70s, early 80s when it was original on Leon, and you do get here like a few of the old school doctors. So this is Peter Davison. Yeah. That's supposed to be David Tennant. Matt Smith. Well, that's a very early one. That's the Aztecs. So that would be First Doctor William Hartnell. So you've got a big, good mix of all the doctors in this one. I think there's maybe only one doctor missing, really. I'm not sure. That's again very Egyptian, like it. So you got, again, that's another First Doctor one. So there's a good few First Doctors. There again is Peter Davison. Oh, this is Time Slip. No, Time Flight. That's what it's called. That's what that's called. Time Flight. It'll tell me on the next page. Yeah, Time Flight, 1982. Because you've got Tegan, the Doctor, and Nisa, who was my favourite character. Don't ask me why. She just was. My phone's going off. It's ringing. I'll have a look in a minute. And in which case, during the film, oh gosh, a Concorde plane was transported back to the Jurassic period. So it's still on at Heathrow, but it's actually buried. Then we have The Sweet Shop colouring book by Chris Price. I love this one, but again, I haven't coloured in it. I'm going to have to go and see who that is. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is The Sweet Shop by Chris Price. I think this is a lovely book. I haven't got The Curiosity Shop yet. It's nice thick paper in this. But again, they are quite detailed. That one I'll probably do soon. I like that one. Last one in this stack, then we're on to ones we've coloured in. This is a big one. the aquarium, Marine Creatures to Colour. I don't know if I can zoom out. Oh, yeah, I can a bit. There we go. Again, they're quite detailed. My dad bought me this one. It was on sale in the range. I will colour in them, but I do find these things with all the little doodly things quite daunting. So that is the next stack. I'll be back in a minute when we will start the ones we've already coloured in. I'll be back in a minute with some more. Okay, I'm back with the next stack of books. So we are now on to, like I said, the ones we've coloured in. So the first one is Colour and Relax. By Relax Art Flower Dreams. This was from Lidl's. And it's a very small one. And you can actually stand this one up. You wouldn't want to stand it up when you're colouring, but you can actually stand it up like that. And it's just various flowers. Again, I think I've done one in here. Most of these books, you'll be seeing those in my completed colouring pages video. Most of these books have at least one picture in. Some have more than one, but definitely one. The next one is another one, Relax Art, Colouring and Relax. And this one is Happiness and Contentment. And again, it's all just very nice. The paper's really good. It's very, very smooth. It works really well with hard pencils. They just glide on. I think I've used the Marco Raffines in this one because they're quite a hard pencil, but they're really nice books. Then I've got Colouring for Mindfulness Garden. These are the smaller books. And this is one I bought in Tesco. And it was one of the first books I bought. And I've only done one picture in it. It's not very good. It's not the sort of book I would buy, but I could get in there with my fine liners and have a go, I guess. Again, it's one where it asks you to draw in certain pages as well, which I'm not that keen on. Next, I've got Escape to Oz by Good Wives and Warriors. The only one of their books I haven't got is Alice, and that's just because I'm not into Alice. But I do like Oz. And again, I've only done one in this one, but this one I really want to do. I just think I like anything to do with the Wizard of Oz. I don't know if they use the silver slippers in this one or whether they use the ruby ones. I haven't really looked. I should look really. Silver. They've used silver in the story because the original story was silver shoes, so that's that one. And I have Escape to Shakespeare's World, again by Good Wives and Warriors. Again, I've only done one in this one, but I do like anything to do with Shakespeare, so that's why I've got it. And these are very detailed, but they're beautiful. I can't believe they've only done the 4 books and no more. I would love for them to do some more. Right. Next we're on to Christmas Mandalas by Camelia Markova. Camelia Angel Cova. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Christmas Mandalas. We saw this one last month because we did one in it. I'm going to really have a good go at this next Christmas. These are so nice, and I usually start my Christmas colouring in November. I like that little angel. And these are just really pretty. I really like her mandalas. I want to get some more of her books. Then I've got adult colouring book, The Horror Hotel by A.M. Shah. This one I took on holiday with me, and you have seen me colour at least one picture. Well, there is only one picture coloured in it, and again you'll see that in the completed pages, but I do plan on doing more of this one. Again, that's very reminiscent of The Shining, but it's not the twins. So there's that one. Then I've got Lacey Sunshine's Halloween Colouring Book Volume 4 by Heather Valentin. I do want to get some more of these Lacey Sunshine books. I do think they're very sweet. But there are just so many books I want to get that I just can't get them all. This is just lovely, these pictures. So this year I'm going to try and complete my collections of Hannah Carlson, oh God, Maria Trollet, Selena Fenech, those sorts of people, and then I can say, right, I'm going to start collecting more of these. I will get some of them. Then I've got Egypt colouring book. This is actually out of order. The one that's next should be with the Halloween book. The Egypt colouring book for adults, so various Egyptian designs. Again, as you know, I've mentioned it before, I love ancient Egypt, anything to do with that, so I do pick the books up. Some of them are really silly, like this mummy. And then you get that's quite nice and in depth. And then you get these really weird Zen-y pictures, which I'm not that keen on. But then that's a really nice one, even though that's alright as well. There's that one. Then I've got another Lacy Sunshine. So I said it's in the wrong order, and it's the Lacy Sunshine's Oz colouring book by Heather Valentin. Again, because it's the Wizard of Oz, and you know, I love Oz. So again, I've only done one in here, but I do want to do some more. But I mean, I don't know who all the characters are because they're obviously based on the book. So obviously that's a munchkin, I would say, looking at it. That's a witch. I think that's the wicked. There, that's the Wicked Witch because there's the poppy field. So I might do that one. It's a witch. Look at that, the Tin Man and a Tin Lady, so cute. So I will be doing more in that one at some point. Next one is Make Time for Yourself, Mindful Colouring. I think I bought this in Tesco. There's just a load of patterns, but there's no actual authors or they'll actually tell you where they got them from. But it's just lots of patterns. What does it say? GMC Publications, compiled by Joe Chapman. It doesn't say who did them, so they're probably... Oh, I just had a ka-ching on eBay. I just heard it. I'll have a look at that in a minute. That's good. There we go. There it is. Somebody just bought something and paid for it. They accepted an offer. I sent some offers out, so somebody's accepted an offer. So, or they've just bought something. Sorry. Anyway, you don't want to know about that. So there's that one. Right, on to my Creative Haven stack now. So these are the Creative Haven ones I've actually done the pictures in. So we've got Vintage Christmas Greetings. I do like this. Over 30 vintage holiday greetings to colour. Before we look at this a bit more, my battery's gone, I'm going to change it. Right, so here we are, change the battery. So this one is, I'm not sure who this one's illustrated by, it doesn't say on the cover, normally they do. Let's have a look. Marty Noble. I think they're actually based on actual cards. And oh, Santa driving a car, that is so cute. I didn't do one in this year because of the amount of new Christmas books I got, but next year I'm hoping that I won't have so many new ones and I can get some of my older ones done. So let me just move my other spare battery. So of course, Entangled Christmas by Angela Porter. I like this one. I just think these are so pretty. That's a nice one. And you can do them, obviously, Creative Haven are single-sided, so you could use markers or anything like that in here. I used gel pens for the one I did. And next year I might try something else. Next one, this is one of my favourite books actually, Creative Haven Flower Mandalas. I just like using felt pens in here or gel pens and things like that. Again, this one is by Marty Noble. I really like Marty Noble's stuff. And Angela Porter actually. But I just like doing these, do these in the evening while I'm sitting watching TV with Paul. Then we've got the Day of the Dead colouring book again, Marty Noble. Again, I've done one in this, like most books, I've only done one in. Day of the Dead's not one of the things I'm really big on, but I did want one at least. A Day of the Dead, Sugar Skull colouring book. So I picked this one because I really like the paper in these Creative Haven books. I like the fact they're single-sided, so you can use markers as long as you put a piece of paper in between it. I just really like it. We've got Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodrich, another brilliant artist that they use. I like this one. It's not something I've coloured in that much, sadly. Again, I've done one in it. It's one I want to do more in. I don't think I need to do it actually in autumn. I could colour this any time of year. It's just I've just got to be in the mood to colour in it. I like that one. I might do that one soon actually. Then we've got Designer Desserts colouring book. This one I think is Eileen Rudisil Miller. And it is a book of just desserts. So cakes, more cakes. Mostly just cakes basically. That's quite nice. Little ice creams and sundaes, quite like that one. Gifts and cakes, my favourite things, gifts and cakes. Again, more gifts and cakes. So that's that one. Again, I want to colour in all these books and I've just got so many that haven't had their pages coloured. I have to do those. We've got the Green Ladies then Henna colouring book by Gwen Davis. She's got a Facebook page which is Gwen Davis Art and Henna, and she's also got a Etsy store. Paul got me these. Gwen Davis is a friend of his who he went to, I want to say, school with. I've done one in here, I think. I've got 3 or 4 of the books. I think I've done a picture in all of them, but they've all got different titles. Like you've got The Dreamer there, and you've got Dragonfly and The Henna Tree, and it's very smooth paper, good for markers, but I've also used pencils in it and I haven't had any problem with them in one of the books. And then we've got The Green Ladies Zen Mandala colouring book volume 2, again by Gwen Davis. I think Paul got me a set of 4 of her books, and I've done one picture. Oh, I like that one. I'm gonna have to do that one soon. Oh, that's tiny, but beautiful. Oh, look at that! Isn't that stunning? I've done one picture in each of them because I do like them. I hope she does more. The Green Lady Zen Mandala colouring book. So you just saw book 2. This is book 1. And again, it's all mandalas, which is great. And this paper is good for markers or fine liners or pencils, whatever you want. I mean, look at them. Fine liners, I think, on that one. Yeah, a mixture of fine liners and markers. And then we've got the Green Lady's Cottage Garden colouring book. Now, yes, I've done one in here. That's quite nice, the harvest one. Mushrooms, or toadstools actually, but there you go. And then we've got the Wishing Tree. I think that's lovely, the Wishing Tree. So she does a lot of really nice art. A little peace sign with flowers. Now we're on to Colour It. I've only got 2 of their books because they're like very expensive to ship to the UK because they're only available in the States. Colours of the Decades. I do want to colour in this one. I love anything that's retro. So this one's very 50s dresses, and then you've got something that's like from the 90s, I guess. I'm not sure on that one. Hippie bus, various purses. So you get like 50s, 60s, 70s, modern day because they're smartphones, retro radios. I just think it's a lovely book, and the paper in this, the quality of the paper in these books is just stunning. Perfect for markers. Obviously they have their own markers and gel pens. Very detailed though in some cases, and some of them are a bit something like that one because you got the camera. That's very me. Colour It, a colourful Christmas. 50 original hand-drawn designs. Again, it's Christmas. What is not to like about a Christmas book? You've got pictures, you've got mandalas, you've got patterns, you've just got one that says, you know, hope with some decorations, and you've got some reindeer, cakes, cupcakes, wellies and presents and poinsettias. I just love this book. I think this is a stunning book. I'm so pleased I've got this one. This was, other than Colour of the Decades, the one I really wanted to. I will get the rest of them at some point, but they are, like I said, they're quite pricey to import. A few more to go, but not many. The only Deborah Muller book I have at the moment, I do intend to rectify that by ordering more soon, is For Friends. I picked this up, I really like this book. Just getting into Deborah Muller. I always think these little things with the weird faces, but I actually think she's really cute. So I'm really into them now. Oh, that is gorgeous, a little puppy. So she's got a new one coming out called Best Girlfriends or Girlfriends or something, and it's about girl pals. and I really want to get that one. So I'm gonna, you know, again, it's gonna be one of the artists that I start collecting the books of. But I'll only buy the books I want. I'm not gonna go buy all of them because I'm not, if I don't like the subject matter, I won't buy them. But that one, I saw it on somebody's channel, I can't remember who, and I loved it. Next we got the 1950s adult colouring book Vogue by Zen Masters. Again, anything 50s related I'm gonna like. So cute. The different outfits and dresses, that's quite nice with the jukebox in the background. Love it. I'd say that looks more 40s than 50s because it looks like the tail end of the war, but maybe it's from a film, they do that sometimes. Cute. Like them. There you go, there's that one. And then I've got Zen Masters colouring book. Totally bodacious 80s. Because again, it's the 80s. There's a computer. I try and avoid the ones I've done. But yeah, I just, yes, a gullwing car. I love this 80s music. I just like it. It's in live disco. That's more 70s than 80s, but hey. Look at those pants. I never liked that. I liked the high glamour part of the 80s I did. I was Swatch watches, boom boxes, which are coming back in, a Rubik's Cube. Some of them are really simple like that Rubik's Cube, but look at the mullets on them. Hey, look at those mullets. Oh, there you go. So that's the 80s one. I got another Zen Masters 50s book called Fabulous 50s. Again, it's the 50s. I'm gonna want it. I think, again, I've only done one in this one. So there's those. Very, very nice. Just lining up for something. 50s cat eye sunglasses, patterns if you want to do a pattern. A 1950s kitchenette, car, a walk in the park, a mom and two kids, she's on the phone, a 1950s diner. See, these are just so cute to do. So, it's that one. Anybody keeping total on how many we've got? I know I've got somewhere between 150 and 200, but I don't know how many books. The last one in the stack is Fairyland, a colouring book for adults by Molly Harrison. Molly Harrison, this was one of the very first books I ever bought. And I think I've done a couple in this one, but I'm not sure how many. And they're not very good because it's when I was first starting. I'm still not brilliant now, but I do love Molly Harrison. Again, I do want to get more of her books. I know she's doing some reworks on some of the older stuff and making them even better, so I'm looking forward to those. So I will be getting some more of her books. I mean, a lot of her books are grayscale, like I said, I'm not particularly into the grayscale as yet, but watch this space, you never know. So that is the end of that stack. I'm just going to go and get some more, and I'll be back in a bit. Right, here I am with the next stack of colouring books. So the first one I've got here is A Whimsy Girls Christmas by Hannah Lynn. I'm currently collecting the Hannah Lynn books. She's another one of those artists I really have grown to love in the last year or so. I love this Christmas one. I love anything to do with Christmas. I've done a couple in here and you'll be seeing them in my completed colouring pages video, which will be out not long after this one. So yeah, love that book. Had it a couple of years, but not done much in it. Another Hannah Lynn book I've got is Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings. This is not the simple version, this is the in-depth version, because the simple one wasn't out when I bought mine. I don't think I'll buy the simple one. I might do one of these this year because I want to, and that one's quite cute. And that one. And Little Miss Muffet, I love that one. See how detailed that is? There is a simpler version. If I'd have known there was going to be a simpler version, I wouldn't have bought it. I would have waited for the simpler one to come out. But I do like the way that the new book, Whimsy Girls at Work, has the simple one and the in-depth one in it. And you can do both of them or not, and do whichever one you want. Mythical Mermaids, Fancy Adult Colouring Book by Selena Finneck. Another one of those artists that I absolutely adore. I've only done one in this one. And she's one of those people that gives you 2 of everything. So I like that because it means if you screw up one, you can do it again. Then I've got the Goddess and Mythology Colouring Book. I think I've done 2 in this one, but I'm not sure we'll have that next time. But I love anything to do with goddesses and that sort of... Look at that, the Maiden, the Mother and the Crone, the Triple Goddess. I love that. Coventina, Bloodwed, or Bloodwed, Rhiannon. Oh, these are just beautiful, these. I love this book. And we've got Enchanted. Oh, I didn't think I'd done one in this one, but I must have. Magical Forest Colouring Collection. I'm going to have to check this. I didn't think I had. I must have done one in here. It would have been one of the more simple ones. Can I see it? I can't see it. Doesn't matter. I'll look for it later. But yeah, again, lovely, lovely, beautiful pictures. Look at that. It's a Sleepy Spring. I think her work is beautiful. I'm going to keep that one out because I'm going to have to have a look at that one. And then we've got Festive Magic, which we coloured in just before Christmas. Again, love these pictures. So as you can see, I've got quite a few Selena Finneck books. Next one is Night Magic, Gothic and Halloween colouring book. So don't have to just colour this at Halloween, colour this any time of the year, which is what I like about it. Like for instance, that Sisters of the Night could be coloured any time of the year. That one, Beauty and the Beasts. So this is one that could be coloured any time of the year. It doesn't have to be just for Halloween. And then we've got the Gothic colouring fantasy book, Dark Fantasy. I might have done 2 in this one actually. It might be this one I've done 2. We Are Just Ghosts, Guarded. Some of these actually have flip throughs of already on the channel, if you want to have a look for them. Then we've got Edwina McNamee Dreamlings. I think we've got Dreamlings book 2. I just haven't coloured in it yet, so I've only done one in here as well. There's just, I've got so many books, and I do love, look at those little unicorns, they're so gorgeous. And oh, that's so sweet. I have to stop looking at the books. And then we've got the Christmas Calendar book, Tir na Nollag by Edwina McNamee. This was the first one I got. I love this book. I love the ice skates. I might do that one this year. And then we've got Winter Dreamlings, again by Edwina McNamee. So as you can see, she's one of the ones that I'm collecting the books on. She's got loads of books. So I think there's a Spring Dreamlings I'm going to have to get. And I think there's Dreamlings 3 as well. Oh, that is so adorable. Stop making such cute books. Got the Terry Pratchett Discworld colouring book by Paul Kidby. I was terrified of colouring this one, but I love it so much. Rincewind, The Wee Free Men, all the different characters. Undead, yes, Unperson, no. Love it. Love Terry Pratchett, rest his soul. Easy Flower Mandalas adult colouring book by Stefina Miro with black backgrounds. I do like the ones with the black backgrounds. That I have to, I mean, I did one in one of them, and look, they are so simple. These are perfect for Sharpies and markers and super tips, and there's a picture of Jennifer in there because I use that piece of photo paper as a bag. So that's a nice one. Might have to do something in that again soon. The next one is the Celtic colouring book. A therapeutic colouring book from Search Press. I'm not as keen on this one. I don't think the designs, they're not real patterns. They're just like letters and, you know, they're not mandalas. They're just basic Celtic patterns. Although that one's quite nice. And that one's quite nice. It's like Easter eggs, Celtic Easter eggs and the Celtic cross. The ones like that I really like. And then some of the other ones are a bit bleh. 50 Wintertime Mandalas by Camellia Angel Kova, of course. Look at those little foxes, they're so cute. All this talking and my voice is going. Then we've got, we're on to Colour in Heaven now. So these are the Colour in Heavens that I have coloured in. So we've got the Colour in Heaven Halloween special. This was 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018 version. So it's issue 41. Amazing. But there's so many I haven't done. I love that. I'm definitely doing that one this year. In fact, that one doesn't have to be done at Halloween. It's just a fortune teller. Nouveau Fantasy Special. I do love these Colour in Heaven books. I'm so happy I've got a subscription. So it means I'm generally going to get one colour book every 4 weeks. The 2019's Halloween special. Haven't done these photography ones yet. Some of these are lovely. I do love some of these. Look at the detail in that. This one is like 3 pages long because it's like a long triptych of the shelves. I really like it and want to do that at some point. Then we got to the Christmas special, issue 55. Sadly, we only did one in this book as well. So that's quite vintage ones. And, oh, that is adorable, that Michael Gelina one, isn't it? Happy Holidays. Charles Santore, quite in depth. And then, of course, you've got the 12 Days of Christmas. The last one in this stack is Colour in Heaven's Nice Little Christmas, which was the Colour in Heaven collection book, which is the one you have to get separately. It's not part of the subscription. So yeah, this is the one that was coming out quarterly. They're now going to be putting out every month, which is going to be interesting to see what they do. They've obviously got enough art for it. So the first one is out around the 29th of January, I think, the end of the month. So I won't be able to get it until the 1st of February when I go into town, and then I'll be able to pick it up, hopefully, from W.H. Smith, because I know that's where I got this one. So that's that stack. I'll be back in a minute with the next lot. Okay, so here's another stack of books. This is, I think, the last but one. I think there's one more stack after this. And these ones are all Jade Summer books, because I've got quite a lot. So the first one is Grim Fairy Tales. I really like this book. I think it's just beautiful. Again, I have coloured in it as it's in this stack. I just think they are beautiful, beautiful pictures. And you do get a title page as well. So after this one, you've got all Hansel and Gretel. They're really quite in depth, but they're really nice pictures in this one. I love this book. Then we've got Angels. Again, I've only done one in this one, but I do like the book. It's beautiful. I'm not religious, not in any way, shape or form, but I do love angels. I think angels are beautiful. Unless, of course, it's the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who. But that's another lovely book. You'll have to bear with me. All this talking, my voice is going. We've got Delicious Desserts. This is a good book. If you're wondering what I'm doing with this one, because I've got so many Jade Summer books, I'm jotting down which ones I've got, so that when I go and look for more books, I don't have to click into them to see if I've actually got them or not. I can just, on Amazon, I can just say, oh, I haven't got that one. Again, this is a really nice one of, well, you know, Delicious Desserts. Very, very nice colouring book. Then we've got Hidden Garden. Again, I've done one in all of these books. In some of them I've done more than one, obviously, but generally I've done one in each one. So it's quite a nice pattern. I can get my Sharpies in that, or my Crayola Super Tips, and just have a good old colour. Nice ones these are. I like these kind of garden books. I like things with flowers and things. I do like people as well. Mermaids. Now you'll notice none of these are grayscale. I don't do grayscale. Well, I'm not very good at it. I don't get it. So this is a nice one. This one is Under the Sea. I like this one. And again, you've got 50 colouring pages. I think there's 2 of each. Oh, I folded that one over. And they're just nice. They're just lovely. There's something about Jade Summer. Some of them are simple, some of them are almost childlike, and some of them are just stunning. Island Paradise. I like this book. I really need to colour some more in these books. Some of them are sideways. Most of them are sideways on this one actually, which is quite nice. It makes it unusual. They're, you know, horizontal rather than vertical. Then I've got the Easter colouring book, which is one of their books for beginners. I would like more Easter books. I just love these. They're so simple. The sweets and the Easter eggs, and I think it's just lovely. Yeah, I'm hopefully we'll get some colouring done in this one this spring, this Easter. I have got Alice in Wonderland. Now they've actually done 2 Alice in Wonderland. So they've sort of done this sort of, I also want to say anime version. And they've done a straight version as well. And I love this one. I actually took this into hospital when I went in to have Jennifer, but I never actually did anything in it. And I was in hospital for a fortnight. Why I didn't actually colour in it, I didn't do any colouring at all the entire time. I don't know why I didn't. What I was doing, I did a lot of reading though, I think. So, and we've got Cute Fairies. I do like this one. I've only done 1 in them. I need to do more. That's sweet. They are really adorable. We've got Flower Girls. Let's have a sip of my tea. Again, I really like these ones. Nice, just big faces, black lines, nice big ones. Plenty of detail if you want it, but also not a huge amount if you don't. It's great. And I've got the Live Your Dreams book. That's what I call it because that's what's on the cover. I don't really do affirmation books and books with text, but I did like this one. Relax and enjoy the moments. Create your own sunshine. And it's good just for like if you just want to colour something simple. There's nothing too mad in it. Just get your felt pens out, your Sharpies or your super tips and have a good time. Then we've got the cute Halloween one, which I think this one came out last year. I've only done 1 in it. But I do like this. It's very cute. You've got Halloween, sideways ones, upright ones, and they're all very cute. And it's one that Jennifer can colour in the future if she wants to. I'm sure at some point she's going to be wanting to steal my colouring books, and I'm going to be no. Or yeah, you can colour this one. Haunted House. This one's okay too. Like this one, but I've only done 1 in it because it's all very bitty, almost Zen doodly, and I'm not big on the Zen doodles, but I do like anything to do with the horror and Halloween. Not that you have to wait till Halloween to do it. Nightmare horror colouring book. I love this one. There we go. Some great pictures. I'm sorry, but is it just me or does he look like Kevin Bacon? If Kevin Bacon was a zombie, that is what he would look like, isn't it? I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm right, aren't I? If Kevin Bacon was a zombie, that is what Kevin Bacon would look like. I've got Vampires Volume 2. And again, I like these books. Lovely ones, cute little vampires. Looking forward to doing more in this one. I will be using markers in them. I know that the markers get sucked up by these, but I do like them. And of course, because we got Vampires 2, we got Vampires 1 as well. Now again, there is a grayscale version out where they put the 2 books together. It's not for me. Unicorns. Who does not need a unicorn in their life? Because I totally do. My battery's running out, but I'm hoping I'll get to the end of the video. Little cute unicorns, little cute girls. Again, this is one that Jennifer can colour in when she's older. Christmas book volume 2. Again, I got lots of Christmas books, so I didn't get to colour in it this year. Oh, well, last Christmas, so hopefully I will this year. And of course the first edition, Christmas volume 1. Christmas volume 3 we've already seen. We've seen that in the uncoloured books. And then I've got Christmas patterns. This is one I really loved colouring in this year. I did enjoy this book. I think I'm going to enjoy colouring in that one every year. It's just so lovely patterns. I do want to get the mandala one that they've got out for Christmas. And then, of course, 100 magical patterns, which I've done loads in. I really like this one. Really do. It's just so simple. Look at that. You just get your felt pens out and have a scroll. And again, it's one that if Jennifer wants to colour in later on, when she's a bit older, she can. Look at those seahorses, aren't they cute? So that is this stack. We have one more stack to go and then we are done. So not too bad. I haven't got that many, have I, really? So let me go and get that last stack and we'll carry on. Okay guys, this is the last stack of books in my complete colouring book collection as of January 2020. I haven't bought many in January because I haven't had the money. But as you can see, I've got plenty going on with. So the first one I've got is this. It's a really massive book, as you can see. If I just put, okay, here's Colouring Heaven. So you can see, and it goes up again. It's quite a big one, and I'm zoomed all the way out, I think, yeah. It's quite a big book. So that's just to show you how big it is. And this is just colourful mandalas. Colour in, frame and display. They do come out. In fact, the one I've done has actually popped out, I believe. Has it? I think it has. It's very hard. Yeah, as you can see, the pages come out. But they're designed to come out, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's just keep them in the folder. And this one was, I think, a few quid from Lidl's. So every now and again they get colouring books in Lidl's. And when they do, I do like to pick them up. There's that one. I do like that. And mandalas can be quite relaxing, though that big book not so much, because you need to do it on a table, really. So the next book I have is Serene. This is by Nick Filbert. I love this book. I've only done one picture in it, which you'll see in the other one. But I think it's just so beautiful. And I do want to do some more in here. With both pencils and markers in the future. So that was not cheap, and I'll admit that it was not cheap. Another one that wasn't cheap, because one of the groups on Facebook, a group of us got together and ordered some books, and that was one of them, and this was another one. Selmless Nova. Somebody actually went and bought this. They were in the country where it was released, and they managed to get a few copies and bring it back. So again, I have only done one in it. It's quite daunting, this book. It's full of details, but sometimes you really want something detailed. I really like this. I might do this one next. I think that's beautiful. It is a lovely book, so I'm really glad I've got that one. So I know I'm lucky to have Serene and Selmless Nova. I really like it. So I've only got one of Daria Song's book, and that's The Time Garden. I do want to buy some more. I got this one actually at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich when we were there. It was sort of like my thing to buy while I was there. But again, these are lovely books, and I do want to get the other two, but I've got so much to colour. You know, it will happen at some point. Then I've got Mademoiselle's Mesdemoiselles, that's how it's pronounced, Mesdemoiselles, Under the Sea, Colouring for Mindfulness. As you can see, this was £2 in the Works, which is a cheap bookshop. I always buy books from there, and I always look at the colouring books. I got the Adam Kirby Rosanna's from in there. I've only done one again in this one, but I mean, look at that. It's so simple. Some of it's really detailed. And it's just been, I actually bought a copy of this for my friend Dan Harrod as well because she liked it. And I said, oh, I'll get you one, it's only £2. So I bought 2 copies. Of course, Doctor Who. So we've already seen the first one on here. But this was the first one. We've seen the second one, which I haven't coloured in on here. Now, if I remember rightly, this was mostly modern Doctors, I think. Although that's the 6th Doctor, so maybe not. Obviously, most of it's going to be the modern Doctor because that's who most of the people remember. Oh, I like this one of the TARDIS. Yeah, I like that one. So lots to colour in here. Definitely want to as the 2nd Doctor and the Master. I am a big Doctor Who fan, and I will chat about it in colouring chats. As you can tell, I've got a bad cough. That's why this is getting really slow. Johanna Basford's now, other than the ones I haven't coloured in, which you've seen. Secret Garden. Again, I don't do the doodling bits, but I'm looking forward to colouring that one actually. I do the normal ones. I mean, like, that's that, but that's got the detail and that hasn't. I'm not going to do the detail. I might just colour it in like that though. I love this well. I really want to do the well one. So yeah, of course, who hasn't got Secret Garden? And then we've got Johanna's Christmas. I think this is one of the books I've done the most in because I love Christmas and I love this book. I didn't do anything in it last Christmas, I'm not going to lie, but that's just because I had so many books I didn't get the chance. But yeah, I will be doing, I like that. I just feel there should be something in the middle. And I don't doodle. That one. And then we've got Ivy in the Inky Butterfly. Again, I've not done much in this, but I want to do them in order, so I'm going to read the story as I colour it. So it's nice though, it's a nice book. It will be done. You've seen Romantic Country 2 already in my whips. Well, here's Romantic Country 1. I haven't got the 3rd one. I believe it's no longer available. Does it bother me? Yes and no. If I can find it cheap enough, I'll pick it up at some point, I guess, but maybe not. Okay, next we've got The Beauty of Horror, Alan Roberts' The Beauty of Horror, Guliana's Creepatorium 2, and another gorgeous colouring book. I got this principally to join in with the Bibliophile colourists colour along for Halloween, but I love these bottles. That's going to be fun to do. I like the way the watercolours work on this, because we use watercolours on it, so yeah. Hannah Carlson, Summer Nights. I'm only missing 2 of her books now, and I've done a few pictures in some of these. I don't know which ones I've done the most in. I think I've done 2 in one and 1 in all the others, but I do like them. And then we've got Magical Dawn, of course. I know she's got another one coming out this year, so I'm very excited about it. Some of these pictures were featured in the Colour in Heaven special, so I'm looking forward to colouring those ones in markers rather than in pencils. Seasons, again, Hannah Carlson. This one I do like. I've done a couple in here, but, you know, I do like them. But then who doesn't like a bit of Hannah Carlson in their life, you know? The only one of Maria Trellay's books I've coloured in is Twilight Garden. Paul gave me this for my birthday a couple of years ago. And he gave me one for Christmas, and I bought the other one myself. I'm quite intimidated by this because I just think the pictures are so beautiful. I don't want to ruin them. I mean, look at that little deer, it's gorgeous. But I'm going to bite the bullet and do some more in this one after I've done the other 2. Star Wars Art Therapy colouring book. I bought this to do the May the 4th challenge. Paul's coloured in this more than I have, to be honest. I think I've done 1 and he's done 2. It's the one I get out when he wants to have a colour. And now we're on to the very last book for the time being from this one, and it's not a very good book. It's the Kaleidoscope colouring book. These ones in this country are issued by Carlton. Well, this one's by Seven Oaks, but normally by Carlton Books. I've got 2 of the other ones of these that were sent to me. This was £3 in sale, and it's just patterns, and they are mad patterns. as you can see. Look at that. But when you just want something mindless, get your super tips out. Oh, I'm going to do that one next. I think that's just mad. We just do like one load of colours around that one, then another colour, then the first colour. So you only need like really 2 colours for that one, and that'd be cool. Yeah, so then there's that one. So that is all the colouring books I have in my collection as of January 2020. I don't know how many there were, we didn't count them, but if you wanted to count them, you can put how many there are in the comments below. I probably will count them at some point. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. What's your favourite books out of all the ones I've got? Are there any you want to see flip throughs of? Because if there are, I'm quite happy to do that for you. I don't mind at all. Just let me know. Just leave a comment saying flip through of. Some of the books already have flip throughs. I haven't set up a playlist yet for them, but I will be shortly. But if you just type Andrea's Attic flip throughs, you will find them on there. So thank you for joining me on this video of me showing you everything in my collection. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon again. I can't even speak to it. I will see you all again soon. Bye.